Welcome to another video. Today I'm risking a bullet for you and want to talk about my 5 most epic, 5 most sexy, 5 most useful and badass looking mods for Final Fantasy XIV. And of course, even though I love these mods, we're testing these on an account of another Final Fantasy XIV character that someone sent me over on Discord and told me that is not being used anymore. And yes, what are mods without a proper website to get them from? This of course is a bit of a tricky thing, because while I'm not afraid to take responsibility myself, I don't want to bring misery over the noble founders and hosts of that beautiful website. So, if you want to know how to find it, here's a riddle that only the TOS forswearing puzzle enjoyers will have access to these wonderful quality of life upgrades. The first part of the name has the same name like the first building you start every match with as a Protoss player in StarCraft or StarCraft 2, where the second word is simply the topic we're talking about. But even though this is highly secure and nearly impossible for Yoshida-San and Team Square Policenicks to figure out, only use any mod on that website for yourself and with a clear mindset of FBI, open up! However, when you're not publishing anything regarding these tools or how to get them or mystify the whole topic behind a top secret riddle like I did, you barely won't be locked up in Yoshi P's private chamber. At least not for too long, I guess. But of course, if they catch me or get upset about the promotion I'm doing here, I'll take one for the team, which is no problem as I'll be needing a new character for the updated leveling guide series anyways. So without further ado and all the TOS friendliness aside, let's get started with 5 mods you should not be missing for Final Fantasy XIV. First of all, a heads up for Viera and Rothgar characters. Yes, literally, I'm blown away by the fact that Square Enix themselves haven't completely worked on that department, even though some people there get paid for doing this kind of work. Yes, on the website I mentioned you can find exactly that work Square hasn't done yet, but from the people doing this on their free time and passion for the game. So a big shout out to Roxel for putting in the hours and hard work so that all our Rothgar and Viera friends can have the full Final Fantasy headgear experience. A quick reminder though, I haven't tested this in-game yet, so I'm not completely sure if there are common issues other than what Roxel says on the website that you have to uncheck the low detail models box in your graphics settings. However, according to a quick look at all these pictures, most headgear does indeed work. And even if it doesn't, I mean we still have armor clipping with the standard hairstyle, so nothing we would not be used to, right? Thanks Roxel for making this mod. Next up we're talking about another mod which is called Material UI, and where news and info had been going around when the famous World of Warcraft raiding guilds came over to Final Fantasy, and many people explored that UI definition mod for themselves as well. However, this had been around for a much longer time already, and while I tried it out multiple times myself, I didn't like its fit with the Final Fantasy graphics and that it looks too clean and minimalistic. Nonetheless, I know that some people love it and you can easily give it a try. Just follow the guide by Whiiskeyz found in the description to learn more about that topic. Or just search for other UI mods that can help you clean up the whole interface of yours. Even legal first-party methods can be done by using the collapsing Hotbars system, where my extensive guide about that topic can also be found under the video. Okay, the basic stuff which I guess even Square accepts as the temporary solution to fix their laziness in some regards. Now we're talking about the definition of what they don't want to see being used in-game, or at least shown publicly. And even though I already made a whole video about that mod, which you should definitely check out in its entirety, the Reaper Enshroud mod is amazing and fits well into the animation and battle effects modification department. But what only differs in a single character texture set for the Reaper can be taken to a whole nother level by changing Black Mage cast, Samurai Sword weaves, or even come up with a whole package of turning your Dark Knight into freaking Dante from Devil May Cry, with an entire set of unique animations and self-made effects by the genius Papapachin. On the other hand, this will make us leave the first website's territory, and you need to look for another one, which you will easily find as it's a literal archive of mods for Final Fantasy XIV. And when hopping over to Papapachin's YouTube channel, while checking out his amazing work for many jobs battle animations, you will definitely get some links there as well. Amazing work and especially amazing videos, as I literally drooled over that Dark Knight May Cry one and believe this is one of the coolest Final Fantasy XIV videos in general. So a big shout out to Papapachin.
I got a gig. Cash up front.
Cash up front. This I like. The water needs turning on and those toilets need flushing.
But of course, once you made it to that website, there's another category of modification tools that I want to highlight here, which I'm not using for the sake of keeping Final Fantasy XIV as vanilla as possible and bearable. However, if you really want to track down the path into the modding rabbit hole, this website has everything. From sexy new costumes that aren't in-game and which are custom made by the many creators and users of that website, up to belly mods for your ripped AF characters. Peaking with the legendary dick mods that are hard to pass on once you made it to this mod archive, or when you uncheck the block adult content box on the first website as well. I'm not yet sure if I should check out and use some of these designs and costumes here, but I definitely have to speak up for the creativity that this website is emanating. Crazy to believe, huh? It's not just tail enlargement or bosom boosters. This is a literal hive of passionate 14 modders, and I'm glad that this is possible and hopefully accepted in the future by Yoshi P and his team. Yes, some take it too far and are the first people whose work is talked about. But like it is with a vocal minority, the other part of that community is well-mannered and just as creative as someone should be about a game they love. Which leads us to my absolute number one of amplifications, that I haven't even set up completely because downloading the textures takes a good day. However, what started with hair defined and other mods now finally ended up with one mastermind of upscaling, featuring Kart and the amazing work they produce for all the textures this game has to offer. Mounts, weapons, accessories, equipment, and even the whole world environment. This game simply looks much better when using Kartoffel's set of upscaling renders. Just taking a look at the Abyssal set, to be honest, in 4K resolution this is a night and day difference. And in contrast to the early hair-defined mods or stuff like that, it stays true to the original and doesn't add too much comic-y style on top, which always held me back from using them. My guess is that all textures are AI rendered, or with any other magic. Kart will maybe tell us here in the comment section or whenever I get the chance to speak to them. Yes, it is a game changer and something I wished for a long time ago, and the best thing here, by using the integrated Final Fantasy XIV launcher plugin Penumbra, you can easily enable or disable that mod in-game and don't even need to restart the application. Personally, I would love to use Kart's upscaling mods for my weapon showcase videos, but let me know if you would prefer the default textures to keep those showcases true to the original. Nonetheless, amazing work from Kart, and if you're out there buddy, please send me a message over on Discord. I would love to hear some context and background of how you did it. And that's it for now. I'm fairly new to the whole modding community and still not sure how deep I want to dig into this rabbit hole. Which means, I would love to hear your top recommendations for those mods that changed your quality of life in Final Fantasy XIV, or that at least somebody should make a video about. Maybe I can do a follow-up video with all your best suggestions. For now, I'm super happy that I found these mods, Kart upscales in particular, and I will try out some cool stuff with it on the weekend. I hope you got some inspiration here as well, and if that is the case, leave a tip for any of these creators mentioned in this video, or those you like for creating mods you use for yourself. Thank you for watching, and until next time, check out all the relevant links in the description and keep loving Final Fantasy.